Good evening, viewers at home. Welcome to yet another exciting, phenomenal episode of Walk With Me. My name is Sibueng Lepata. This show comes to you every Monday, 7:30 to 8 p.m. on PCI Channel 1. In studio, we have Menyo Matibe. She's a model. She's also the owner of La Boutique. She's also the manager of Player Magazine. Thank you, Menyo, for gracing us with your presence in studio today. How are you?
I'm very good, Mme. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes. Could you please tell the viewers at home who Menyo is? What does she do? Why did she get into the magazine as well as the boutique?
Okay. You're bombarding me with all of this questions so far. But I will go into detail about all of them because all of these things happened at different times. But magazine o qadile ke a kgola hobane ke le motho a passionate about the media industry. Jwale ka tsela yone eno ke iphumane ke le motho e mong a ratileng entertainment haholo to a point that I felt I needed to take a step further into joining the industry and being part of that industry. This is why ke ileng ka ba le monyetla hore ke bule magazine ona ke re ho batho ba media kaofela re na le platform e kgolo empang e soka e fumana batho ba nurturang hantle ka tsela e nepahetseng. I decided why not take a step forward lenna instead of hoping that someone will one day make that change in the media industry. This is why I like. As for the boutique, I've always loved clothing. I do not know a woman who does not love style and clothing. So I actually modeled for a short time and you can be yourself when it comes to clothing. And so this is why I decided to start this boutique that you see here today.
It's called. What were the things that moved you to actually have these two establishments? Or what is it? Yes, can you tell the viewers at home ho na ho bile jwang?
Ha re tla di challenges I don't even know where to start. I have to say that everyone who's an entrepreneur wa tseba hore ha se mosebetsi o bobebe. Because I met so many obstacles where there are days where I feel like I could just let go, just give it all up. Why don't I just go and get a job, I think what drives me is the fact that I actually have a vision. I want something from this. Lina even my investors and partners. I'm very grateful to those people and and I think to myself, if I ever walk away from this, I know something not for the magazine, not for the people who have come all this way. Yes, so would have to be funds.
Yes.
A lot of us to know that funding is a great problem. Yes. So without the funding, harana budget pusha di planets half the time, even when we have a great project that we need to push. The funds ke tsona tse re notlang hangata di batla di re sitisa ho etsa mosebetsi ka mkhore ka khallang ho ka etsahala ka teng.
True.
Yes. Also we re ka khutlela mona ho kgwebo ena ya boutique. It's a business. When you run a business, you know that there are good times and there are really slow times where days you think yes, but at the end of the day you do make ends meet. And like I said, when you have the dream and the vision, you keep pushing. We just make it work.
Oh, okay. So it is more about the investors coming in, putting a little bit or everything that they can put into the business for it to grow. maybe human capital or income per se.
Funds, but I must also say capital human capital is very important. Because if there is even a bit injection le enyane fela ya chelete and ha hona capital in human capital, chelete is going to waste half the time. Yes, so with the little bit funds we try every day to push what we do have with the few people that are invested in the company and who really are here volunteering and interning with us. It's a great journey really, because who are really invested in what we do, and towards who have been just investing both their time and their dedication towards the magazine. And God, I love my clients here at the boutique.
Wow.
I love my clients very much, because without them, all of this by inspiring. Sometimes I don't even know what to actually purchase and sell in my store, but client do you have a certain shirt and I think to myself, oh, I didn't think to order that. So maybe I can next time that people do want, because we are serving the needs of our.
That is true. Wow, mena ga utlo gore di challenge di teng ihle o ntso o leka ka tsela tsohle go bona gore na o di hlola jwang meneo. A ke re papatsong hanyenyana re tla boela re di tsheka hape. Mohi se ke wa lebala o ntso na le nna Sibueng Lephatsa le meneo ka mona ka studiong re ntse re bua ditaba tsa hae tsa bophelo ba botiki le yona magazine. Lenaneo e ntse le Walk With Me. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Viewers at home, welcome back from the break. Remember, you're still sitting at home with me, Sibueng Lephatsa, ke na le meneo ka studiong. Re ntse re tswela pele re bua ka ditaba tsa hae le tsa boutique ya hae, as well as Played Up magazine. Meneo re tswela pele ke re morato. Jele a ko re jwetsa hore na what actually moves you, or what actually drives you, like a quote maybe, hore na kenyetsang hore ebe o meneo ka jeno le hore di boutique tsa hao, they are very different and exceptional from all other boutiques and the magazines.
Okay, what drives me? This is one question. It's already moving me from my seat right now.
All right.
I'm going to say that the one thing that motivated me to be the kind of person that I am today, may her soul rest in peace. She was a strong woman. God, my mother was a strong woman. So much as both my father and my mother. Ndatoaga was never in the picture. Have always been working in the mines. So he worked in South Africa, hardly ever home. The only person that I had to look up to was my mother. And I looked at my mom, Ali, independent. She ran businesses. She was self-employed. My mother was never, ever, ever employed, but she made sure that everything was okay for both. Banabe Sulina together. We had a great education. And I saw her take all the funds, the Dinka, Haranto, Aita, Beta, Mapilo Arona, and hers together. So for me, it felt like I had an independent mom, as much as Ananzanali, someone to fall back on. That is what motivated me to be the woman that I am. I think I never grew up thinking I'm going to get a certain job and I never thought to myself I'm going to work at the bank. I just thought I'm going to have a business, because that was my mother. So and then why this boutique is distinctive in relativity to the rest of the other ones. Saturation of the market. Seeing that the boutique maybe even Lesotho at large, but we all stock from the same supplier. So I needed to stand out. This is my shop, and I want my shop to be unique, and I want, you understand, I want my clothing to stand out. And that's when I started looking into thrift, and not only just taking the item you're thrifting, no, this is all that we have. I thought to myself, why don't I take an item as it is and then customize it?
Wow.
That's what motivated Shopo Yaga and wanting to open such a thing. And I did my research. I went and looked at different people who are already doing such. And fortunately for me, it's not a lot of people, mainly in Africa, if I may say, because they just buy and retail, you understand? And they just resell as it is. And I just wanted to stand out. If the item comes as is, I can turn it into something better.
So that is mainly like reproducing something essentially how you customize it. Why turn it into something nicer.
That's already there. Yes, thank you. That's what it is. And well, the magazine is we wanted a platform. Industry ya media in e batla e soka e hola hantle kapa e nurture hantle ka hara naha. So we as a generation ina ya hana jena, the people that I studied with, that I graduated from EMs with, ke ne ke batla hore re be le platform mo re nang le mesebetsi. Hence the magazine. Because okay, fine. What am I going to do? I still think of media as a demeanor. I remember when I was growing up, I said to my brother, I wanted to be someone on TV. I wanted to be an actor. And the first thing he said was, that is a hobby. Why are you trying to do something professionally that most people do as a hobby? Look at Willow Smith. She's 10 years old and she's already beating you at your game. and it was a bit demotivating, but fortunately I'm someone I just stick to it. And here I am. I actually went out and studied mass communication, because mainly in the communication in media altogether. I can practically do anything in the media industry. I can mass communication.
Okay, tell us about the strategies that you use for both the magazine as well as the boutique to keep them alive, to keep them sustaining, okay? And also, do tap into anything that you can say to the viewers at home, how can they make it? How can they achieve Bopelong? So can you tell us a bit more what you can say, as well as the strategies that you use, like I mentioned?
What I could say in advice to believe in yourself. When you believe in your vision, in your dream, I say this because I was listening to someone say, when you dream of something and then you work on your dream and not on your reality being what is in front of you. Because lockdown, COVID, a lot of things have happened that have restrained instead of setback. It's a whole. And this could be disappointing to most people. This could have been a great setback to most people. But if you keep in your mind a picture of your vision and your dream, is what will help you to keep going. And for both companies, irrespective of the fact that, believe me, it's a hard job running both of them and trying to maintain both of them at the same time. I'm at a stage where I feel like I need to hire more people, but restraints the budget can delay a bit of a problem here and there. So secondly, who run businesses in a give musibet is important. me waking up in the morning and my interns waking up in the morning and showing up. The people who work here showing up is great motivation for both me and them. Because sometimes why are we waking up in the morning when we could just enjoy food? So let's find out why we're waking up and wasting our maybe energy and time. Let's make it worth our while. My employees are there pushing me like our designer is always on my back. No, let's keep pushing this project and let's make it better. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I must say, backup is very important. And unity. Advice the best way to go forward is try not to stand alone, because as much as it could seem easier, it's not because how the support and people to fall back on, it makes how enjoyable and easy. And believe me, then I wake in and God, I want to cry my eyes out. I want to give up. I think of those people who have invested in Awana, who come here and they push. It pushes me to be like, okay, hi, who are expecting me to open the office for them today. I'm going to do that, because if I don't, God knows, so I don't want to do that. That's what pushes me.
So meno ako re jwetsa hanyenyana hore na eba with the education you wena we fumaneng as well as your interns, does it serve a bigger role in both the magazine as well as the boutique? Hobane o fumana hore batjha hangata ha ba dutse hae mola a se kaofela motho a tleileng o fumana the right qualifications, kapa ha se kaofela ba ileng sekolong. Basing themselves on their talent. Because you love mass communication, you love being in this industry, media, has that the intern, has that served a purpose on your side?
Yeah, I would like first off to start education is the key to success. I still believe that is the case. Education is still truly key. However, the importance is yes, from the education, from background education, my intern. So it's very important to learn that because of the same education that they have. The skills that is very important. That's a great deal. Because photography, they tapped into writing, they tapped into practically it's a very, very open spectrum whereby you can find that you have both a photographer, you have a presenter, a host, whatever, because they are both open to industries. So education, I'm a person today who is happy to have studied photojournalism. I love the camera and I love having to express myself without my facilitator at my school. I wouldn't have been able to professionally camera. Professionally, there's a lot more to it than just the taking of the pictures. Perspective. When it comes to perspective, it's an outgrow education system. Because as much as ke tsebe ho tshwara camera ke facilitate ke sebedise kwana kana go itseng lighting seriti sena you understand they teach me all those good things. When is the perfect time to take a picture outside? It's things that we wouldn't understand no kana no na pa itse fela ona go hlenkanka kapa how do you add lighting you how it's one. But the one thing that our education system is still missing out is the management of us as the people with the skills. How do we then incorporate the skills into making money for ourselves, provided you do not get the 9 to 5 like you were mentioning? How so usa khona hore ebe wela ka hara the corporate industry? How na mosebetsi office njolo ka mang le mang, you're not holding your briefcase, how to sing what then do you end up doing with the same skills that you've gotten from your school, from your institution? You understand? That is the one education is missing from most of them. This is where we learn it's a mindset just sitting in front of your facility desk 1 2 3.
This is a very phenomenal story that you just told us, Meno, about your journey. Could you please get a little bit in detail how leskolong ka EMC ka manin mo re tsebang bohle hore e wela tlasa the National University of Lesotho hore na journey ya hao mo ile aba efeng, because ha re ntse re sheba ditaba tsa hao re fumana hore you once ran for SRC. So could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, this is very interesting indeed. Yes, I started my journey at EMS in 2018. Mass communication, and yes, most will understand why industry still. I love media. I will keep saying I will have to make it profound. My love for media is very huge. SRC, I started running for SRC, the Student Representative Council, because I have a sister who went to the National University of Lesotho. She, however, was not at EMS, only at the main campus in Roma. So, while she was there, she herself was an SRC member, and I got to watch her do all of those things. There were days where I would go and visit her, and I got to watch her about this really powerful, independent, phenomenal woman, Aranela SRC. I remember she ran for 2 positions in 2 years because she was first, I think, a minister of sports, and then the next year she became the Minister of Finance. And for me, my sister has always been a great role model. So when I went to EMS, I got there and I met the SRC team. Some of these members of the SRC, Bale EMS at the time, year 1. One of them was a great friend of my sister's. And funny enough, I got to be close to him. And at that time, he said to me, run for next year's elections. And I was like, what? Would you consider me as a leader or someone to represent others? And he was like, yes, you can definitely make it, so you can run. And he was there grooming me. I was very grateful to have been part of that team. They groomed me, and I became part of the SRC members in my 2nd year, because we were running year 1, year 2. That's how I became an SRC member. And I thought for a moment that someone who's making more moves in anything that I wanted to do, could be the industry and entertainment, or yes, whatever changes we needed to have been made in the school in the background.
So you would say that was a stepping stone for you to becoming a leader, or as Neo Matibe?
Yes, as a leader, definitely, because I learned a few things that incorporate being a leader. And for me, it how to SRC, Student Representative Council. I had to be someone representing the people behind me, but waka classing yaga whom had needs but together with me, I knew the things that we wanted, the changes we wanted made kahara school. And to be there, it wasn't necessarily about me, it was just embodying every single person in the school and just being there. And yes, it taught me a lot about leadership, I would say that.
Mohi we kutletse hore na Mene o di beile jwang ditaba tsa hae di monate ebile re ithuta ka mehla ho tswa ho batho bohle ba tlang lenaneo lena la rona la Walk With Me. Mohi ho fihlela re kopana hape ke lenaneo la Walk With Me lena leo re leng ho lona le bapalang ka 7:30 mantsibuya to 8 p.m. only on Mondays. Re fumaneha ho YouTube, Let's Walk With Me, Twitter, Walk With Me, Instagram, Walk With Me, Facebook, Let's Walk With Me. Mohi ho fihlela re kopana hape lebitso la ka ke Sibueng Lephatsa. Bye bye.